now you're telling me.
How do I know that you're not wanted?
So now you're telling me that when you're just walking down the street, you can just go to somebody and say, "Hey, let me see your ID."
No, if I see someone taking pictures of a government building, I can walk up and say, "Can I see your ID?" You're taking
And they
pictures
have
of a government building.
and then they have an option to say, "I have it" or "I don't." Correct?
No.
So they just need to give it to you.
If the police come out and talk to you and say,
You just need to give it to them.
you need to provide
What's
ID.
that penal code then?
What's that?
What's that penal code? What's
The
the
PO code.
The penal code. What is it? What's the law?
You
that's
need to
saying?
identify yourself to the police if we're asking you
What's
for your
the
identification.
law saying that?
Why don't you look
Give
it
me-
up?
Three, two, one.
Help you? Help you?
No, I didn't ask for help. Does help you is that code for what are you doing? You don't want to help me, dude. You just want to know what I'm doing.
Can you turn that off, please?
Turn it off? No, fuck, you drove up to here. And you're blocking traffic coming in the wrong way. You're telling me
This is our entrance, this is private property. Can you
Yeah,
why are
and
you
where am I standing?
why are you filming?
No,
On
no.
our property, that's our property.
This is your property?
Sure
I
is.
challenge you to that. Go call the cops, dude.
Okay. It will be right here.
And they'll educate you.
Morning. As long as you stay on the public side of the property, we're good to go, okay? Obviously with their fence, there's no expectation of privacy, but you just have to stay on public property. Okay? Is that a yes or no? All right, that's your warning if you cross into their private property.
I don't need a warning.
Okay.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
These guys come out barking orders that I'm on their property, I'm on a public area,
Okay.
you know. Had they just come out and been cordial, you wouldn't even, you know, they're wasting resources. I know what I'm doing. I'm not going on their property. I have no ill intent. I told them what I'm doing. That wasn't good enough. So they're just wasting, you know, taxpayers' money when you could be out doing something beneficial to the community.
Okay. And like I came over to you cordially, I just explained to you, as long as you
I
stay
don't
on
need
public property,
I don't need an
you're
explanation. I know what I'm doing. I do this all the time.
Okay.
Did you educate them?
I did.
Good.
100%.
Thank
okay,
you.
They're going to verify their property line as to where the public and private property divides, and then they'll get back to you if they need you removed from the property.
Oh,
as
they're
of
not
right
going to
now,
get
you're
back
on
to me.
public property,
Right.
so you're fine.
Where I've always been.
Okay, is
which
there anything else you need today, sir?
I don't need jack.
Have a good day.
There you go, bud. You got educated, huh? Don't violate anybody else's rights today, dude.
And this is property of mine. I can wear it if it's cold outside.
Okay, then you need to identify. So why don't you pull it down so I can see your face?
So let me see this officer's ID then. And when he identifies him where he lives at, then I would like to.
That's not how it works.
Okay, well then, sir, this is kind of like a circular conversation, right?
No.
It is. It's very circular conversation. You're asking for something.
I'm asking
giving
for
you a
ID
response.
that you're not
And
giving
I'm
to me.
telling you, sir, that I don't have any ID on me.
You can give me your name.
I don't want to give my name, sir.
Right. That's the problem.
So now
So
you're
how,
telling
how
me.
do I know that you're not wanted?
So now you're telling me that when you're just walking down the street, you can just go to somebody and say, "Hey, let me see your ID."
No, if I see someone taking pictures of a government building, I can walk up to you and say, "Can I see your ID?" You're taking
And they
pictures
have
of a government building.
and then they have an option to say, "I have it" or "I don't." Correct?
No.
So they just need to give it to you.
If the police come out and talk to you and say,
You
"I
just
need
need to
your
give it to
ID,"
them.
you need to provide
What's
ID.
that penal code then?
What's that?
What's that penal code? What's
The
the
PO code.
The penal code. What is it? What's the law
You
that's
need to
saying?
identify yourself to the police if we're asking you
What's
for your
the
identification.
law saying that?
Why don't you look
Give
it
me-
up? Do
Well,
you
no,
have
I
Are
don't.
you a lawyer?
No, I'm not.
You seem to know the law.
But are you a law officer?
I am.
So you should know the law, correct?
You need to identify yourself.
So
to
then
me
I'm
if
asking
for
you
your
to
name.
tell me
Sir,
what
we're
the
not
law-
going down this road.
Exactly,
You need
it's
to
a
identify
circular
yourself.
conversation,
No, we're not.
sir.
You need to identify yourself to us. Otherwise, you need to identify yourself.
Otherwise, you're taking my rights away from me, essentially.
I'm not taking your rights away.
You are. You're telling me to identify myself when I'm
Yes.
just walking down on a.
You're not just walking down. You're taking pictures of a government building.
Yeah.
Taking pictures of government property.
And I'm not allowed to do that? That's
No.
a crime?
Well, we need to identify, see who you are.
Is that a crime? Yes or no?
You cannot take pictures of a government building.
That's a crime. To take
Let me
pictures
see.
of a.
You have no ID on you whatsoever. So if we search you, you have nothing on you?
I don't consent to any searches, sir.
Okay, well, we'll see about that.
So I talked to Sarge, I talked to our supervisor, I'm Officer Gardner, type please. So you understand our concern today?
I don't understand your
Okay.
concern,
So
sir.
what were you? I missed the beginning of it, so I don't want to say third party. What was your purpose for being out here today?
I'm just taking pictures.
Okay. What are you taking pictures of?
I'm just taking pictures.
Okay. You're just out taking pictures.
Correct.
Is there for any reason?
For my own use.
For your own use?
Yes.
Okay. So we talked to our supervisor. They told you about the mask, so that's why you can understand our concern, right? When people are out taking pictures of government buildings or cruisers, you can understand as law enforcement why we get concerned about that, right?
No.
You don't see why
You
it's
don't see any concern in that?
No, I don't, sir.
Okay. Well, I think most people would probably agree that it's concerning if people are coming up and taking pictures, especially this day and age. And
What do you mean by this day and age?
This day and
sir?
age was like there's wars and stuff going on, and people plotting, and Boston Marathon bombings and stuff like that. So when people are
All
taking
right.
pictures,
Well,
usually
I have nothing to do
usually-
about that,
No,
sir.
I'm not accusing you. I'm telling you from our perspective why we come out and why it's our job to investigate. Because we want to make sure that everybody's going to be safe and sound, right? That's our job as law enforcement.
Correct.
Okay, so that's why.
But-
So when we
so
meet somebody
I
walking around,
completely
let me
understand that,
finish,
sir.
and I'll let you
Yeah.
talk. So from our perspective, that's why we're concerned. Okay, we have somebody out here in a mask who doesn't want to identify themselves to law enforcement, who's taking pictures of government buildings. That's our job. That's our job to figure out what's going on. And then when somebody doesn't want to cooperate, that raises even more questions. Okay, so
right.
do you understand that now? Or do you understand from where I'm coming from, my perspective?
I can see where you're coming
Okay,
from, but
perfect.
now let's try to see where I'm
Okay,
coming
go
from,
ahead.
right? So I'm just walking down the street, and I'm taking pictures, and all of a sudden you guys just want to ID me, correct?
No, that's not correct. You were not just walking down the street taking pictures of trees or birds.
Yes, I
You're taking
was.
pictures of government buildings.
No, yes, I was.
Okay.
I was taking a
What-
picture of everything that I can see.
Yep. Okay.
Wherever my eye can see, that's what I was taking pictures of.
Okay. Well,
Correct? And is that a crime, taking pictures? Yes or no?
no, you're out in public, you can
So
take
what am
pictures.
I doing here right now with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 officers around me that I'm not allowed to walk freely?
Well, that's our job. And we're
Okay,
just-
so
we're asking. I'm not. I've never said you can't walk freely.
Mr. Walsh
We're-
did, I
we're asking-
believe.
well,
And
because-
when I tried to walk by, I think Mr. Parrish said I can't go anywhere.
Well,
So
because-
that's to me is impeding my way, correct? I asked you why you're impeding my way.
Because
I
we're still
said
trying to
we're
figure
trying
out.
to
We're still
investigate
trying
who
to
you are and
obtain
what you're
information.
doing. Okay, so-
we're still trying to obtain information.
Great.
You can see our concern, right? You said you've agreed. You can see our concern.
I didn't say anything.
That's
I can see where you're coming from. That's
Okay.
not understanding where I'm coming from, but I can understand where you're coming from. Sure. But it has nothing to do about me walking around taking pictures, sir.
Is there a reason why you don't want to identify yourself?
I don't need to. It's not. I haven't committed a crime.
I'll just say, if you cooperate with law enforcement, we get your name,
Okay, so how about this? What's your name, sir?
Officer Gardner.
Can I see your ID?
Why do you want to see my ID?
Because you want to see mine.
I have a. This was issued by my
No,
department.
no, sir. I
My
understand.
name's
I
on
see
my-
that, Mr. Gardner,
my
right?
name's on my-
I understand that, sir. But let me see your ID, your Virginia State or your.
law enforcement?
No, not
Okay, so
And-
you don't need to see my identification. This,
correct.
This right here. is
And
my
you
name.
don't
But
need
we're
to.
law enforcement.
That's our job.
I understand, but you're
So
law
we need to see your
enforcement.
ID.
To you
Identify
guys are here
you.
to uphold the law, correct?
Excuse me, you have no permission to record this.
What's that?
You can record this, you know that, right? You have no permission to record.
Yeah, I do. What law is that?
You can record.
No, but what? Just tell me the law and I'll leave. Just tell me the law and I'll leave. It's a fair question. Just tell me the law.
Police, I have no problem doing that because I'm affected this point.
Go ahead, call the police.
We're all being affected by your negligence.
Don't touch my camera.
I'm not touching.
Just tell me the law. You want me, for what? You're telling me I have no permission, but I do. Tell me the law that tells me I can't do it. You can't just come up and say I can't do it. Tell me the law. This is a public lobby. I'm allowed to do this. Here you go. Walk of shame.
How we got here doesn't make sense. Have patience, that'll make sense. 3,